Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Money Cure. I am your host, Sean Robert Grant. So happy to be here with you. So happy to have you here on another great episode. I'm considering it great because I'm going to do my very best to help you and to share with you the wisdom that is truly life transforming. And so, getting right into it. I think it's important for each and every one of us as human beings walking this earth on the physical plane to truly understand that when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to wealth, we are the true prosperity, the true wealth, the true abundance. And so what do I mean by that? Well, so you have to think the universe works from what we call the creative law. And what that means is that every effect, which is all the things that you see on the physical realm or in the physical realm, have a spiritual cause, right? So, when you see a building, the spiritual cause was an architectural firm thought of the idea, got in touch with a, construction firm, and they went to work on building. It was a creative cause in the spirit realm that became a manifestation in the physical realm. So what we have to understand is that money is the exact same way. It's the exact same concept. And so here's why this is really cool. Because ultimately what I desire to teach you, if I can't give you anything else, what I desire to teach you is to show you that ultimately you don't need to have to worry about appearances so much that you get upset, you get discouraged, you get defeated, because appearances can change. Like just because you're broke doesn't mean that you're impoverished, right? Just because you see struggle in front of you doesn't mean that you can't erupt and create a financial windfall the next day or the next week. So the beauty of all this is that in the spiritual realm, all ideas are perfect. In the spiritual realm, you are abundant, you are wealthy, you are prosperous 100% of the time. Okay? And the only time this is ever affected is when our thoughts are not incongruent with what our source truly desires for us. So let's think about this. If the God in you, if spirit, if the universe truly desires 100% prosperity, abundance, health, wealth, all these amazing things, if it desires it 100% of the time and it's perfect, what would be the cause, right? The cause would have to be our thoughts not in congruence with that 100% projection of complete abundance, prosperity, and wealth. So what does this mean? This means that no matter what your life looks like today, it can change when your consciousness changes, right? So what's amazing is that this concept is almost so easy that it can fly over your head and just become complicated. You ever experience something that's so easy, it just becomes complicated? Well, this is one of those things because we've always been taught that the money is outside of us. The money is outside of us. The money is outside of us. I went to Unity of Naples this past weekend, and I was watching one of the videos before I went, and Pastor, I think his name is Mark Anthony Lloyd, or spiritual director, and he said something really, really amazing. He said, don't be fooled by appearances. Don't be a surface individual. And what he meant by that is don't get caught up in believing, especially when it comes to money, that what you have right now defines you, because it doesn't. Everybody can be a millionaire. Everybody can be a trillionaire. Everybody can be billionaires. Whatever it is, it's up to you. And you decide that by the mindset that you take. So what's so very important is we always have a choice. So we're like projectors onto the movie screen of life. And every single day of our lives, the divine gives us a choice. The divine says, okay, you can project fear, lack, worry, stress, unhappiness, or you can project wealth, prosperity, abundance, happiness, joy, harmony, love, and all those good things associated with it. But you have to decide. And the way that you project it is with your thoughts, with your actions, with your habits, right? But just the idea to know that it's within you. Everything that you have in your life, and this is another amazing realization. Everything that you have started with a thought, right? It started with a thought. It started with a feeling. It started with an emotion that turned into a vibration that was held long enough that eventually turned into a circumstance. And that's as simple as it is. Now, let's say you're in a position where you've been doing all the right things. You've been thinking all the right thoughts. You've been feeling all the right feelings. You've basically done everything that the divine asks of you, yet you still hadn't seen the physical manifestation of what you've become aware of on the inside, right? What you've embraced in the spiritual realm. Fear not. Do not get discouraged, and understand that when you're coming from a place of rebuilding your life, because the consciousness is such a big shift, it takes time. And I can tell you, ultimately what happens is you see your old paradigm fall apart. Things start to unravel, and you start to experience some of the things that were really tough in the beginning, or just in the beginning of your life and then previously before you decided to shift. And it's because that is a sign that's letting you know that those things are washing away, that they're being stripped away from you. And so you just have to be patient, and you just have to stick to the idea that the divine is your source, your unlimited source and supply, your everything. God and you can be everything for you, no matter what it is. And if you tap into that, that is going to shift your consciousness immediately. Now, consciousness starts from a spiritual standpoint and a mental standpoint. So once you realize something, get excited, because that is a manifestation, right? That is a manifestation. It's not a physical manifestation, but it is a spiritual and mental manifestation. So that is the most challenging part to get. But once you get that, stick with it. Hold on every day. Just say to yourself, this could be the day. This could be the day that everything unfolds. This could be the day that everything happens, that everything in the spirit realm comes forth to the physical realm, and get excited about it. And take joy in knowing that you're on the right path. And if you have any questions, ask the divine. The God in you will never hold back any wisdom. But it's so important to know that ultimately, when it comes to money and other things, you are the true prosperity. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions, your state of being, you are true money. So you may be saying, okay, I get that, and I understand that, but I got rent due, and I got all these bills to pay, and I don't have any physical matter. So you know what you do? You find a space to get quiet, and you go within. You close your eyes, and you can focus on something as easy as divine love prospers me now. And say that and focus on it from 20, 30 minutes to an hour. And I guarantee you, what's going to change first is your state of awareness. You're going to feel a sense of peace, and you're going to feel a sense of calm. And let go of it. Because once you let go, then you allow the divine to work. And I promise you, when you believe in that concept that comes from you, you are divine love. You are part of the higher power working in every inch of the universe. And so you have to realize that that power is within you. When you do, you know that there is nothing. If God is everything, that means that God has conquered any problem, any issue that we've had. He always has an answer. Not even conquered it, but he understands the solution, the truth. Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free, which means that because God is absolutely everything, God knows. And God is always willing to share it with you. And you have to ask. All you have to do is ask and accept and just remain in peace until Spirit moves, because Spirit is always answering before you call. That's another great scripture that I love from the Bible. I have answered even before you call, which means that the God in you, Spirit, knows what you need even before you reach that point. So keep in mind, God is always an infinite number of steps ahead. He understands, but he's going to let you go through some stuff, or she, or whatever works for you best, is going to let you go through some stuff so you can build your faith. You can build your strength. Okay? So understand that you are the true prosperity. You are the true joy. You are the true happiness. It's not your bank account. It's not your car. It's not anything else. It is you and your consciousness. Work on that. Focus on that. And I promise you, if not sooner, definitely later, everything around you will change to match that. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.